that was really amazing to learn about the sari. I've seen them, I've known people who've worn them, but I did not know that much information about how they were made and how they are worn. That is fantastic. I guess I don't know where to start. It's well, I guess when I was growing up, it was cheaper to buy fabric than it was to buy ready-made. So mom would buy me fabric, and I could make clothes that I liked better than her buying, and I made clothes for my brothers, my sisters, and my grandmother on my father's side she sewed. I remember she took one of these, I think you'd probably call them khaki shirts, and made rompers for my twin brother and sister out of them, out of the backs of the shirt. And I thought that was really neat. So you can do different things. Kaldipa talked about my sewing machines. I do have a treadle, and I do have my grandma featherweight singer, and I have a Bernina's and several, and we have sergers too that we use and teach the kids to use. So
Mrs. Thiele, I'm sorry to disturb you in between, but do you want me to share the picture that you have given us with the cross stitch and the machine work that you've done?
If you want to,
that would give us an idea of,
or do you want me to show?
Can you see that? Are you able to see?
No, I'm not able to see it.
Oh.
I can show it.
I tried to share it, but it doesn't.
There you can see it. That is one that it looks like kind of cross stitch, but it is done by the machine. The electronic machine, you put the design in and then you let it. It's not, I don't find it as exciting as doing kind of cross stitch. Like this is what the kids were doing, is a little bear. And we didn't do a lot of counted cross stitch. When I was growing up, we learned by doing T-tails, kind of like this. It was like you could take a design and outline out of a coloring book and put it on, and then you could learn how to stitch it. And it was fun to do. The kids start with simple ones and gradually get to larger ones. And here's one that's a little bit more, it's still small. One of my daughters that really likes to do it did Mona Lisa, like the same size as the painting. It took her about 10 years to finish as she was in college, but she really enjoys doing that. This one is like the dinosaur. This is another example of crewel embroidery. And it uses a sharp needle. The counted cross stitch uses a dull needle with a large eye in it, like the embroidery needles. You might know about those. You can see this. This is one that Crystal made when she was in college, and this is all. How can you? Maybe I can bring it closer.
We can see it. That's lovely. It's beautiful. It's very the embroidery, I think, it takes a lot of time and patience, but it's tradition. It still falls in the category of tradition. What I like about you, Mrs. Thiele, is, how creative you get in, like, you converted those pillowcases into something else, and the napkins into bib, and I don't have examples of that, but it was really, really wonderful. I don't know if you can see my screen. I can't see myself, but I
A
could
little
not
bit,
put
get it a
this.
little bit closer. Okay.
Okay, so this is a book that Mrs. Thiele made to keep her needles and pins and things like that. But it was just like leftover fabrics, maybe, and she's made pages to it. So if you could see that, and then she has named all those, like the needle that you could use for which stitch. So that neatness and organizing, I don't think our generation has that anymore. And then there is a pocket here, a small pocket that you could put your, where you could put the thread. And but it's just so, this is a very small example. And is the camel in this, Mrs. Thiele? The camel is
No,
not.
the camel is not.
Okay, but anyway, so glad that you were here. I would love to put up some of your creative projects on
I think I put the camel away, but my first year in 4-H, that's what I made when I was about 10 years old. That was one of the projects that they
right,
said you could make.
right. That's great. So